Resolution 2025-51, transfer funds from general fund to escrow fund.
I just have $500 in escrow for that, honestly should have been moved a while ago. I just didn't move that into our escrow fund. It's currently sitting in our general fund.
I'll make that motion.
Motion? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Approval of Berks County 2026 municipal tax rate form.
This will reflect the resolution just approved, the 2025-47 for the tax rate for the year. Just need approval for the form to submit to the county.
I'll make the motion.
Motion? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Approval of ordinance to discontinue the current simple IRA plan and establish a new retirement plan.
Eric reviewed this ordinance at the last meeting to update our plan. It was pretty simple. I don't know, Eric, if there's anything you want to review on that.
No, you authorized the advertisement, so it's been advertised December 2nd in the Reading Eagle. You should have the ordinance in front of you, it's just making the change that the board authorized. You can really quickly review it again for everyone present. Or you can, Heather, if you
Go for it.
want to. You are changing your plan from a simple IRA to what we'll call the Carnarvon Township Employees Retirement Plan, which is a 401A retirement, still managed through Conrad Siegel, your pension plan administrator. Still, Charles Schwab will still be the custodian, so it's just gonna fall under a different category, the Internal Revenue Code. And so your ordinance is being updated to reflect that change. It's also being updated to reflect that non-uniform employees can participate in the plan, and it is not a matching plan, right?
Correct.
Correct, so you're not matching employee contributions, but they are able to participate in the plan. There will still be a 457B plan available, right? And so that's the change. Attached to the ordinance is the actual retirement plan itself, drafted by Conrad Siegel. It's lengthy. I don't typically, as a practice, review the actual retirement plan. That's what you're paying Conrad Siegel to do, to write it compliant with all the relevant code regulations that exist. And then the second attachment to the ordinance is the trust agreement, where you are appointing the board to serve as the trustee to the plan, which is no different than the uniform pension plan. You're the trustee for that plan and for the 457B plan. So you as the board are the trustees.
Okay, so an approval to discontinue the simple IRA and establish a new one. Have a motion?
I'll make the motion to accept ordinance 335.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor?
Aye.
And then approval of Charles Schwab, new account paperwork signed by Township Administrator and Chairman.
There was a packet of paperwork, it's actually in a folder there for you guys, there was a lot of it. We filled all of that out with Conrad Siegel, so I am looking for approval to submit that paperwork. That's gonna set up the fund, approve the fees with the fund, and authorize a ACH pool to transfer retirement funds. And I'm looking for approval for both myself and the chair to sign.
I'll make that motion.
Motion,
Second.
second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, letter of resignation from Supervisor Paul Waitman. Jr.
So I'm gonna read the letter that I sent you guys, addressing the board. It's been my honor to serve alongside Supervisor Jack Hess for many years. I'm saddened by his resignation, but given his ongoing health challenges, I fully understand and support his decision. With the board's approval, I'd like to continue my service to our community by filling the remaining 2 years of his term as Township Supervisor. I'm aware the time is of essence in appointing someone in this vacancy, and my current term does not expire until the end of 2025. Therefore, I respectfully request the board accept my formal resignation from the current term, effective immediately upon the close of this meeting.
So you're resigning your position so that you can be appointed to Jack Hess's position,
Yes.
okay? That's a clear conflict of interest issue, and an ethics issue that is, as I read the conflict of interest issue in the supervisor handbook, because you're resigning so that you can put yourself in a place of authority and stay on the board. You
I'm-
can't do that.
I'm resigning, I'm not appointing, I'm asking the board
But the
that I'm
plan
interested
is,
in that.
but the plan is from the board, is to accept your resignation and then appoint you as a supervisor.
I don't know what the board's plan is.
Okay, let's say let's say that is a possibility of that happening. Paul Senior and you can't be a part of that decision because you're setting yourself up in a position of authority as a supervisor,
I'm
which
not
is an
setting myself
obvious
up for
conflict of interest as it states here.
How am I setting myself up for anything?
You're setting yourself up to be appointed as a supervisor for Jack Hess.
My term runs out the end of the year.
Then you let your term run out. You
I'm
can't
resigning.
resign.
I'm.
As I read this,
I can
you,
resign.
you can't resign to be appointed to in a position. And
I
so if
can
there was
resign.
discussion by the board that that is the plan moving forward, there's obviously a conflict of interest. I can see it. I think other people could probably see that also. And I think this would be turned over to the ethics committee because you're trying to circumvent what the authority of the office of supervisor is. You're trying to position yourself so that you can be reappointed rather than just run out your service. I don't believe that that is appropriate use of authority from the township supervisors, especially from Paul Senior and Paul Junior voting on your resignation so that you could be appointed into a position of authority.
No one voted on me yet, I just put my resignation in.
I'm saying, I believe that there's something behind that, Paul. And if there is something behind it, there is obviously an ethical violation and a conflict of interest.
Why
It's,
we
it's
let our-
interesting that it's interesting that you're resigning now so that you could be appointed and fill out Jack's term. That's the conflict. You're resigning now so that you can be, and even in your letter, as you said, you'd like to fill out his 2 terms.
Heather, has anybody else put in?
We have received one letter of interest, and I invited the gentleman to come tonight, and I don't believe that he did, unless Kevin's here.
No,
I
that's
don't
not.
believe so.
Okay.
And regardless if that person is there or not, it's still a conflict of interest for you, Paul, and for you, Senior, to vote on you to be put into a position of authority, which is clearly stated in the conflict of interest clause.
Okay,
No one voted on anything.
okay. So
I just
what
put my
we're
But if
voting on
you
now
do,
is the
you're
resignation of
violating.
Paul Senior. Does anyone else have anything?
Well, when I saw this, I thought it looked like Washington DC.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Anyone else?
I don't think you have a quorum to even vote on that. So I don't think, because you need to have 3, he can't vote himself and his dad probably shouldn't. So you don't have a quorum anyway.
So I need a motion for resignation for Paul Junior. Motion.
They make a motion to accept the resignation.
Why? Why would you continue with the air of this is wrong? Why would you continue to make that motion?
Because he wants to resign.
But why does he want to resign?
Ken, that's not my problem.
It is your problem
No,
because
it's
you're a
not.
township supervisor who is called to be the authority of Carnarvon Township. So you do have to look into reasons why. Because you're given that authority and you have to look beyond and see what's happening. And if you're using your authority in an inappropriate way, you're casting a shadow over the township.
Ken, the man wants to resign.
Why?
I can't stop him from
You
resigning.
can stop him
No,
from
I
resigning.
can't.
Yes, you can.
You don't have a quorum.
the authority.
Okay. I have a motion to accept his resignation.
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
There's 3, right?
all right.
Accept the resignation.
Point of order. You have a family member voting, that's not real kosher.
Yes.
But his
No.
father
He
did.
not.
His father can't either, as it says in here.
Okay, so he can now.
But can his father vote on him?
He can't vote on voting
Appointment.
for him.
I can't appoint him, but I
Not.
can take him out.
Okay.
Just so you know, I do plan on calling the Ethics Commission tomorrow morning and opening up an investigation to what you're doing.
So letters of interest for township supervisor vacancy. So you said
We
there
did
was,
receive one letter of interest, from a gentleman named Kevin. I did invite him, 2 emails phone call to him to invite him, and I did hear back about 4:30 today that he was ready to be able to tonight.
I would announce his name for the record.
Sure. His name is Kevin McCain. I release any of the other information? Eric?
I don't think so. I think that there should be a record of who's expressing.
And can I have one more point of order? Can we put out that you did finally put out that you had an opening? Could you put out that you have a second opening now as well?
Sure.
Because
Is there a
I,
plan to fill that, like, his position for the next 2 weeks? Is there a plan this evening to do that, or?
To fill his position for the
Fill
next,
No, no, but-
Paul, because he resigned, is there a plan to fill that seat also for the next 2 weeks until
is that even
the
possible?
new org, or is that that's what I'm saying, I don't know, I'm just asking it. Because it does
I don't
say,
think it's possible.
the last thing it says, appointment of board of supervisors, and I'm not an English major, but it sounds
Right.
plural.
There's still a quorum.
Last meeting, they'll have a workshop.
I get, I know, but I'm just asking, just for my
Yeah.
education.
Yeah, why don't you,
Please.
why don't you answer?
I mean,
I was just wondering, if that's, does say plural.
can you talk out loud, please, so we can hear you?
You can appoint a second supervisor if you wish, there's no restriction on that, because when you wanna do that, you certainly want to do that. That answers the question.
Thank you, yes.
Up to the board.
With that case, if there's no objection, I would like to put myself in for Paulie's position for the next 2 weeks. Just for an education.
We should be fine with you supervisors, right?
yeah, but
That don't matter.
I don't have a problem with it.
I don't have a problem with that, yeah.
So what do we have to do so he can sit in?
There's no meetings, but.
I just, like I said, if it's, you know, if it's an open spot and it's gonna be asked to be filled or
Then we have a
look to be
quorum.
filled,
We have a quorum, I don't know that we need to fill it.
I mean,
That shouldn't happen.
it's still up to you guys, I just was asking if that's the case.
I don't care. It's gonna be kind of weird, because he stepped in the spot for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and there's no more meetings, but.
Yeah, but
There will be one.
16.
No.
I won't be offended if you say that.
Because you're gonna start in January anyway, so.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, you know,
There'd be three to vote here.
If you come on the board, I don't know how that
Or
works.
can he do it?
well, that spot I'm in would expire, and then it's I mean, I don't know.
For your
That's
job,
why
but
I
not,
asked.
not for Jack's job.
You don't take it up to office.
Just throw it in.
Okay. I think we need to have an executive session.
That's true. That's a personnel issue, I don't think.
No, you can't do, replacement, can't, that's not personnel. You can't have exception on that.
Michelle, I didn't ask you.
I'm just
I asked
saying,
the attorney.
yeah,
I get his legal opinion.
yeah, you
okay?
can't.
Thank you.
You can't. You can't. For replacement, you cannot.
Michelle, please.
So I'm just telling you. Because you just
That's
asked
what
for
he
one.
told me.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Can't hear him.
He said he doesn't care either way. Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no? So. All right. So let's move on.
And can I have a point of order? I cannot hear what you guys say half the time. I don't like being yelled at when I cannot hear the response, okay?
You heard the response.
I did not hear his
He was
response from the
talking to
attorney.
the solicitor.
I did not hear that.
Michelle, I looked right at it and said it.
I couldn't hear his response.
Consideration of appointment of board of supervisors vacancy position. Okay, so, that leaves us with the no-show. Does anyone here to run?
I do it.
Can you do it?
eliminated. I can't run, can I?
No, are you employee of the
No, he's a police officer.
police officer? You can't, yeah.
No, okay. All right, so that leaves us.
You wanna do it? Yeah. Come on. You can use a female.
officially announce he wants to run?
Yeah, he does.
Anybody out there wanna run? You wanna announce it?
I did in that letter, but I'll say it again, yes, I would like to fill Jack's spot.
Okay. So, you cannot, you
I have to abstain.
abstain from that, okay, so that leaves you and I.
We can't vote. It's
No.
a failed
So,
vote.
We sort that out.
you still have to vote,
Okay.
so,
Hence, that's why I brought up that you should fill Paul's spot.
You have to nominate Paul.
so,
So it's just tabled, because you can't vote on Paul.
No, we know we can't vote.
we know,
No, I
we
know.
know.
I'm just
But we're
saying, so
going-
it gets
we have to
tabled
go through the
until
motion.
the
You
45
have to do
days.
it, as you well know, Ken, you have to do it the right way.
Amen.
So, and that's all we're trying to do.
Okay,
Okay,
sounds good.
so, no,
I'll make a motion for Colby.
okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
We cannot vote.
It's a failed
So
vote.
it's a failed vote.
For the
Okay, so we'll
record.
go to the,
I will state the obvious, make sure it's clear, Paul Senior's
It's
abstaining.
abstain, yes.
yeah, it is
Abstained.
Conflict of interest.
So this will go to a vacancy board. If we can set up for maybe a vacancy board for the
Next Tuesday before we have a meeting, we have a planning commission meeting on Tuesday at 6:30, if we could do it prior.
can you check, coordinate that?
Sure. 6 o'clock? Would you be available on the 16th at 6 o'clock?
Yes.
Here. You'll be here for the planning
Yeah,
commission?
I'm here for the planning commission.
All right, then we'll, we're out to go.
Should make a motion then to refer to the vacancy board, the vacancy for the Hess position. Because there's 2 vacancies right now.
I'll make a motion to refer this to the vacancy board for the Hess position.
Got a motion, a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
And who chairs the vacancy board?
Jerry?
Jerry Brady?
Jerry Brady, he has for how many years? Well, forever.
Since I've been here.
Okay. Do we need an executive for anything else? Or we take care of all that? Okay. Comments? Comments? No. Motion?
Yep.
Motion adjourned?
Motion adjourned.
Motion adjourned?
Second.
Motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.